All right, go ahead. Here we go now. And yesterday we did the go-ahead with the old parks, and we put a few in there. We're going to do the new parks today. The old parks going back, of course, Ebbets Field and all those. We're going to go do the new parks today. Now, let's give you a couple themes here before I start this. Number one, I have not been to Seattle, so I can't, and everybody loves it, but I have not been there, so I can't include that on my list. I have been in that Atlanta area because I did some shows there a couple years ago when the Braves were playing the Cardinals, but I did not go in it, but I saw it. Does that count? Same thing with Detroit because I've been to Ford Field. Those three, and I haven't been to Texas yet, those 3 or 4, you got to, so it's not a perfect list. This is just me. Now, when I look for a ballpark, a new one, here's the 3 things that I, as a baseball fan, are looking for. I want to be able to walk to the park from downtown. I don't want to be taking subways and train stops and bus. I don't want to go to Citi Field. You can't do that. Philadelphia, you cannot do that. So I don't want to go to parks where I got to basically take 20 minutes to get there. I want to get out of my hotel room and walk down to the ballpark. That's what I want. And some of these, I can't do that. That is a big issue for me, is the proximity to downtown. The team's got something to do with it here as well. You got to have some moments in your ballpark, even a brand new one, where, you know, there's a little history to it. You know, part of the aura of a park is history. There's some moments that you can define that's part of that park. It's got to be, I mean, so the PNC, you know, nothing's happened yet in Pittsburgh from that standpoint. And then the feel. You know, you want a feel of a ballpark. And everybody knows, if you follow baseball, on a hot summer night, you know, a cold one sitting there in the stands watching a ball game, that's the kind of feel you want. You don't want an empty ballpark. You want fans in there. You know, you don't want a park that they struggle, you know, during the week in August to get, you know, 30,000. You don't want that. So that's going to hurt some of these qualifications. Now, it's tricky. I put Target Field, Minnesota 5. I could have gone Minute Maid. It's very close. The thing I don't like about Minute Maid is the roof. And they keep it closed constantly, even in good weather, which bothers me. I'll go Target Field 5. You can do other things that you like to do. Proximity to downtown. I love the feel of it. I love the big Twin City emblem out in center field. I was at the All-Star game here the year they had it. I love Target Field. I was very impressed with it. I love the tile out in left field, the wall, the brown wall. Lots to like, so I'm going to put that number 5. I'll put PNC in Pittsburgh number 4. Again, you can walk to it over those Clementi bridges. It's right near Heinz Field. I don't like the complex feel sometimes of the, you know, every park next to each other that does it. The football stadium, the baseball stadium, and the basketball arena. I don't love that, and PNC has a little of that, but it's a heck of a park. All the rivers there. The team has been bad, so that hurts it, but the attendance is good and everything else. I think we all like Pittsburgh. You got the downtown aura of it. That's number 4. I would even put it higher. I think it's a wonderful ballpark. I love Petco number 3. I've been there a lot. It's in downtown San Diego. You got the water. It's warm weather. It's a beautiful, the Westinghouse building and down a left field line. Oh, I love the place. I could make an argument it's number 1. I'll be a little, I'll say number 3. Not enough big games there yet. But there's a lot to like, and I got a great concession area. I've been there with kids. I've been there with radio people, all-star games, everything. I love it. Petco is number 3, and I could go higher. I'm going to put Camden number 2. Part of this is the history of it. This is the first one of its kind in '92, the HOK crew. So you got to keep that in mind. That still, it has stood this test of time. I love the warehouses out and right. You can get there from downtown Baltimore. Perfect attendance. It's a great scenario. Now, listen, the team stinks. So you're going to have a lot of nights where there's 6,000 people in the place. It's gotten be taken for granted, but it's a wonderful ballpark. And I love the town. The town is small enough to handle this park well. It's closer to the city than the football stadium is. I love Camden Yards. I've been here. First time I was there in '93 at the All-Star game. I loved it then. That's when Juan Gonzalez won it. I loved it then. I still love it now. Camden Yards is number 2. And I have to put Oracle number 1 with the Giants. I think the Giants sometimes try to sell the park to you a little too much. I mean, it's almost like they're more proud of the park than the 3 championships. But, I mean, there's nothing, again, it's not that, the weather isn't always great. And it's a little far of a walk. It's not 5 minutes from Union Square. I mean, it's You know, it takes a while to get down there. But listen, you can't argue with it, with the beach and with the bay, and McCovey Cove is part of it, and the statues out and right, and the wall, and the glove, and you know, there's a lot to love about it. Now, again, you know, it's lost a little flavor because the team hasn't been great. It hasn't been as packed as you'd like, and it can get chilly. But I'll be fair. I'll show my giant bias. I'll put that 1. Any of those 6 is okay by me. I liked Atlanta too, the time I saw it, but it's a ways away from Atlanta. You know, I mean, Seattle I need to see. Detroit's good, but I like these 6 ahead of it.